This video has been made possible by Heygears. Following the charging stand, I want to have a play with making a few other pieces that work alongside it and follow the same kind of design. The next obvious piece to go alongside it is a desk tray. My aim is to create something that complements the charging stand both in form and function, so they feel like a part of a cohesive set. I can refer back to the original images I compiled to guide the aesthetic and ensure the new piece ties into the overall design. Exploring the use of forged carbon was the main purpose behind creating the charging stand in the first place, so that's something I definitely want to explore further. Although a desk tray has the main purpose of holding small or important items, I want it to have more utility than just that. I'll start by getting clear on the scope of the project, as use case and material choices will dictate some of the design choices further down the line. There are uses that I might not even incorporate or materials I might never use, but I'm listing down everything as a potential, just so I can keep these in mind during the design stage. Now, even with all this prep, things aren't quite getting off to a great start. Usually I'd get rough sketches down and refine them, but all I've got so far is quite literally just a basic tray. I've been sitting here for longer than I care to admit, and I'm really just not getting anywhere. So I think the problem I'm having with getting ideas down is because I'm trying to keep the design of the tray in line with the charging stand, that's almost put rules and boundaries in place for where I'm able to take this design. It's almost blocked the creative freedom of it. So with the charging stand, because that was a brand new concept, at most I had a rough silhouette of what I wanted it to look like. That was easier to start with rough versions and build them out, pulling from the reference images. But with this and the constraints in place, it feels much more difficult. And also it's just a tray, so the scope of design options feels a bit more limited as well, because it's still got to serve its primary function as a tray. So as I'm not getting anywhere with this, I think I'm going to design something really basic, at least so I can get the size right at this point. Print it, and then hopefully by having a physical version, that will help me kickstart some momentum into what I can do with it design-wise. First constraint I need to be aware of is the size of the oak stock I'll be using. I've got some stock left over from a previous project that I'll be using and basing any additional trays that I make moving forward on those dimensions. Although I'm printing this for the sole purpose of getting a feel for the physical dimensions, I want to try and get the charging stand design elements in there as early as I can. I feel like a key characteristic is the overall shape, so naturally using that profile on the corners makes a lot of sense to tie them together. I'm printing this on the Heygears Reflex RS using the Past 10 resin. If you've watched any of the previous charging stand videos, you'll know that this resin very quickly became one of my favourite resins, especially for prototyping. The finish straight off the printer has a really nice matte quality to it, and it's dimensionally stable, hence why I like it so much for prototyping. Heygears is currently running a Black Friday event, so if you've been thinking about picking one up or you want to stock up on supplies, you can click the link in the description to take advantage of any discounts. Now it's finished, I can go through the wash and cure process. This is probably one of the only closed loop systems that I actually enjoy using. The fact I can send the sliced file to the cure station and it loads in the correct profile for curing the resin used is so convenient. With that fully prepped, I can try again with getting some ideas together. I feel like the easiest approach is going to be cut some pieces of paper and just start finding shapes that complement the tray. So it kind of feels like I'm getting somewhere now. This is going to be an insert where the charger goes behind, and the idea is for this to be interchangeable. So you could change that out for different versions and everything else remains the same. I don't like how boxy it is, just from this first print. So I want to play with the idea of changing this chamfer, and that's what this line is. So that is the bottom of the chamfer, to try and just give it something else so it's not just completely uniform. I also don't like how thick it appears. I like the actual thickness, but I want to break this up. So I think I'm going to move forward with splitting it kind of into thirds and have a black base to it and then whatever material on top. The shapes I've created are all offsets of the outer profile. I've sketched these out and added a taper to make up the variable chamfer. To actually create that body, I can take that sketch and loft it to the inner profile of the tray, giving me a smooth transition between the two. From there, I can thicken this surface to turn it into a solid body, then subtract or cut the body using the tray as the cutting tool, leaving the chamfer section that will nest within the tray. Then, to ensure it fits, I can offset the faces inwards. 0.5mm in this context is quite a lot, but it'll give me a good starting point to find out where my tolerances need to be, and at least ensure it won't be too big to nest inside for this first test. I've also split the tray to break up that side wall and added a chamfer to the lower section to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to do a very quick render just so I can get a better idea of what the final piece could end up looking like. Even at this early stage, I think it's starting to go in the right direction. I'll follow the same steps as before and printing these using the Past 10 resin. These components are pretty big, but I've been able to fit them all on the build plate at the same time, so the turnaround time for the second revision has been relatively quick. I've designed the upper main section to locate onto the lower section so they align properly. I'll likely use magnets later down the line to secure these two together. After developing the charging stand and refining that down, I'm going into this being conscious of the fact I want to use as little hardware like machine screws and threaded inserts as possible, and magnets are always fun. It didn't make sense to print the charging insert piece as it's just a flat panel, so I quickly laser cut it out of some 5mm acrylic. Now this is assembled, I can get a better idea again of how the design translates over into a physical version. However, there are a few things now that I'm not sure I actually like. So the first one is I don't like how this looks too sharp. It looks quite offensive when you look at it. Everything else is fairly soft, and then as you offset inwards, this one is probably the limit, and then as you get to there, it just looks a bit out of place. The second one is the angle I've put on the insert trim, which is obviously offset into this insert panel as well. On paper and on the CAD model, it looks quite an interesting feature, but in reality, now I've seen it in person, I think it kind of looks a bit odd. I think that surface area should be uniform all the way around and not taper in towards the back. With those in mind, I can make some physical changes to the component to represent what those changes could look like. There's not much I can do about the charger insert, but I am able to sand out the taper from the chamfered profile. As I've straightened out the taper, it's created this vertical surface that gradually gets thicker, which I actually really like. I think that in itself adds some interest in a much better way than the taper did. I think removing that taper has definitely been a good move. You know, when something just starts to look right, I feel like that's the place this is going. It's hard to fully appreciate it visually at the minute with the centerpiece still having the hard angles to it. But I think once that's redesigned, everything will start to look like it flows a bit nicer. To create those changes, I can change the inside corners to a radius, still following the original taper profile, delete the chamfer and re-loft those two profiles together. Then I can draw in the new profile that doesn't have the taper and extrude that to cut through the solid body. That'll straighten it out and create that vertical inside surface. Now I've got that profile, I can offset that inward to recreate the profile for the charging insert. From here, I'm going to start referring to the charging stand directly to draw some ideas from it, specifically this version of it with all the layering and the openings. I've spent some time going through various ideas. Honestly, I'm just making sketches and seeing what looks good at this point, but still with a general direction in mind. I'm just going through different concepts and refining them until I'm at a point where I feel like I've hit another milestone and can continue with prototyping physically. So I'm pretty happy with how the overall design's looking at the minute. I think it's going in the right direction. It does need refining and some details adding, but I think it is starting to tie in with the charging stand. At this stage, I'm kind of thinking about the manufacturing methods a bit more. So for the machining, when I'm adding pockets for everything to slot together, I'm trying to make sure I don't create any undercuts or any weird angles that I can't machine or would take a lot of time to machine. I've also brought down my tolerances to 0.2 from 0.5, which is what I typically work to, and just breaking things up and trying to figure out how it's all actually going to go together. So I'm kind of transitioning from just aesthetics and being more mindful of the actual assembly itself. So there's things like this insert trim. I don't really want to be printing that as one giant ring. I don't think that's going to be very efficient. So I've broken this down into 4 separate pieces and added this rebate to hide the joint. So when they go together, you won't be able to tell they are separate pieces. If I didn't add that rebate, you'd have a visible seam on the surface. So there's just little things like that I'm trying to think of in that transition from design to the practicalities of assembling everything together. As I'm becoming more mindful of the manufacturing methods within the design, I also need to apply that same mindset to the physical version. All of the components other than the oak section will likely remain as printed parts. In the final version, I'll be using the PAWR10 resin, so it makes sense at this point to start using it. This is my other favourite resin to use on the RS, especially for final products, as it's very durable and dimensionally stable. I also like to use this resin for creating masters to take moulds of, so even if I decide that some of the components will be moulded and cast from polyurethane, it makes sense to use it at this stage and have all my tolerances dialed in. Now these are prepped, I can start the assembly. I've made quite a lot of changes as I've refined everything down, including design details and the way it actually all goes together. I've added pockets where I can glue magnets in flush, although I did forget to add these on the underside of the tray. I've created 2 versions of the charger insert, one with a small recessed tray and one that's completely flat. I've also designed some cable management for the charger underneath the insert, which I'll cover shortly. As a final little detail and feature that I added back in, I created 3 slots for SD cards along the back edge. Some of the pockets for the magnets are ever so slightly too shallow, so I'll take note of that for the next lot of revisions. I'm just going to place the chamfered surround in place for now, as I want to make sure it actually sits where it's supposed to. The pockets on the charger insert were deep enough, so I can put magnets in there and snap that into place. I offset the opening for the insert and added chamfers to create panel gaps as an added detail. I also added an opposing chamfer to the insert to create this undercut effect, similar to the split between the upper and lower section on the side of the tray. I'm very happy at this point with the progress, and I thought it'd be a good idea to paint these up just so I can really get a good sense of where this is actually at. The charger slots into the back of the insert with a push fit. I've created a channel for the cable to sit inside, which runs in both directions, so the insert can be rotated to have the charger on the left or the right. The SD card slot works really well, and I'm glad I actually ended up putting that in. I think looking at this, the panel gaps really carry this design. If all the components were tight up against each other, I really don't think it would have the same visual impact. Of the 2 charger inserts, I think I prefer the one with the small tray, as it really separates the front and the back into 2 different sections. And finally, the MagSafe charger does work as intended through the charger insert. So although this is the first working prototype, now it's painted and assembled, it does feel a lot further along than that. It's really just tolerances that need adjusting to make it work with the magnets and everything. But with that said, I'm starting to think the insert trim might be better off just glued in rather than being in having magnets attached. The idea with that was to have the piece that would be oak, so the main body of it, have that interchangeable, so it's modular. I do quite like modular things. but I'm just not sure it's necessary. I think it might be a more stable, solid product if that is securely attached to it. Those are things I can start thinking about when I, revisit the tolerances and everything. I think this concept needs to stay. I do like the modular aspect of that. The one that's in it with the little tray is probably my go-to, but you could have like a pen holder set up. You could have the other side for a watch charger. You could have it's just as another tray, like a whole tray, no charger. That's the bit I think needs to stay modular. Design wise, I think it's actually closer to the charging stand than I thought. Like with the insert on that one where it tapered, like that looked good on the computer, but in reality it didn't feel right. Same with this. I think with the details, less is more. I think where it sits at the minute is probably a good spot. I don't want to start adding things and making it look too cluttered. Like that gap, I did intend to add quite a lot of detail there, but I actually think it just being clean is enough. So the next steps to this are going to be do probably just one more pass on refining the tolerances, and then start doing the tool paths for the oak version and do the machining of that. I also want to start looking at machining an aluminium compression mold rather than the epoxy one that I did for the charging stand. I think that might be an interesting thing to do, and for longevity of the mold, the aluminium mold's definitely going to be the better choice.